Good morning. For a moment there, I choked. Good morning. How are you? My name is Purity, and I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here because I get to share the blessing of being in the land of the Emirates for the last almost 7 years. And it has been a wonderful blessing, a time of learning, a time of unlearning, a time of just looking and seeing and visioning. And one of the things that I like doing on Tuesday is to just get a chance to share with you the amazing learnings, the things that still awe me, the things that still scare me, the things that I look at and they do nothing to me, and just lessons. And why is it this? Sorry, why is this important? Because there could be someone there who's looking for the next place to relocate to, or is already aware that they're relocating to the UAE, so that you don't have a hard landing. You can have an easier landing, and you can also come in with a little more information. So in the last video that I did, I talked about people who love lights and also people who love adrenaline rush, and why this is one of the nations that you should come to, that allows you to have an experience of everything. It's like a small globe inside the country, because first, the nationalities that are in the UAE are almost a representation of the whole world. There's people from all over the world. And then you get to experience the different cultures, the local culture, and at the same time, you get to experience the cultures of people from all other parts of the world. And majority of those of us who live in these nations are foreigners. We are not citizens of this nation, which is amazing because it shows us how they have been able to accommodate people from all over the world to such a high number that allows, no one does that normally, but they have allowed a lot of us to come into their nation, and they've allowed us to enjoy their nation, and they've put rules in place to make sure that even if we are in their nation, we still respect their rules, their cultures, and also to make it so harmonious to be in. Yeah, so I was like, maybe someone is there thinking, I am not interested in lights. I am not interested in getting adrenaline rush, but I love farming. Farming is amazing. One of the things that I love about farming is that it just makes you see something grow from the soil up, and then it grows and bears fruits, and you're able to enjoy that. It's amazing. Kind of what we all want in our lives, to just grow into many things and bear fruit. So why farming? Have you ever thought of the reasons why people become tourists? For very many reasons. One of the reasons that I want to encourage you today to consider is something called farming tourism. Or is it agricultural tourism? Where you just move from the place that you're familiar with and you go to a different place that is not your comfort zone or your home country or your hometown, and just go to another place that has amazing farming skills and ideas that you can see for yourself, learn from, and carry these skills back home. Now, you might be wondering, why am I talking about farming and the UAE? The UAE is a desert. So if you have not been in this land before and you hear that it's a desert, maybe the first image that comes to you is a stretch of sand with acacia trees. But when you land in this nation and you come and see the things they've put in their heart to do, and where they are at and where they want to go, it's amazing. So one of the things that you might not be aware of, if you don't know this, is that the UAE is actually planning to be the global leader in food production by 2051. Remember, I've said the UAE is a desert. So what does that mean? These guys are really investing a lot in how they're doing their farming. They are changing the way they're doing things. They're looking at their strengths, their weaknesses, their opportunities, their threats, and picking what works for them without looking back. Let me tell you, on one of the days, we drove from Ajman to Ras Al Khaimah through Al Quwain, and then went into Fujairah, went back to Ajman through Sharjah and Al Quwain. And when we landed in Fujairah, we're like, what are we seeing? Are we seeing mango trees? We're from Kenya, and particularly I am married into a community that is called Kamba. And in Kambaland, they have juicy mango trees, mangoes. And they have a season that everyone, if anyone knows you from that area, they're like, don't forget me when the mangoes are ready. So we're driving and we're like, are we seeing mangoes? Are we seeing bananas? What are we seeing? That was Fujairah. And they have like lots and lots and lots of farms. So in the UAE, for those of you who might be interested to come see something different, they actually have farms. They have farms that they irrigate. Some are vertical farms, hydroponics farms, and then there is another one they call precision agriculture, where you farm with technology. They use drones to plant trees in the desert. Like they've put it in their hearts, they want to be the global food production leaders by 2051. And they've put it in their hearts and minds to do what they need to do to get there. So if you love farming, you might consider combining your visit or your residency, or your stay in the UAE, with visits to the farm to just come and see. You must be wondering, do they have anything? Yes. You will go to the shops, and when you go to the markets, whenever you are visiting or you're staying in the UAE, look at what they call local production. The prices, depending on maybe the cost or whatnot, the prices might actually be lower because these are not imports. So you'll find your vegetables, you'll find your meat, you'll find your fish, you'll find your chicken, you'll find your sweet potatoes, you'll find your fruits. We even stopped because we're like, what? It's a farm. We stopped at a proper fruit stretch, a stretch of fruit vendors, shops that was selling foods, and they'll tell you this is from this country, this is from this country, this is local. They have local honey. Of course, they have dates because dates is like their number one beautiful trees that they have. They're not just beautiful, but they are also fruitful. So if you're thinking, how do I do this? Maybe what you can do is, as part of you, if say for example you're coming in as a tourist and you want to come and see where these farms, request the person who's planning your itinerary, tell them, please schedule for me to go visit a farm. And you can ask them to take you to a farm in Alain, a farm in Fujairah. There are farms, a few farms left in Ajman. Sharjah is also big on farming. I think Dubai has maybe hydroponics in supermarkets actually. Like inside the supermarket, they have the hydroponics farm in the supermarket where they're actually growing food. Isn't this amazing? So whenever you're inside a supermarket and you're in the UAE, look out. You could just be touring the farm while shopping. Mostly you'll find them where the foods and the fruits and the vegetables section is, and you might see them with a label that says hydroponics farming. So if you see that, that means you can now ask them to kind of get a feel of what it is like to, what exactly is that. You can ask around, learn and see whether it's something that you might want to go and do back at home. If you're thinking animal farming, they have a lot of camels. If you're thinking, well, what more can camels do? They have camel races. So if you're thinking of coming to watch, you can plan to have that in your plan. I want to go and see camels racing. Just out of the usual, things that everyone wants to come and do and have Instagram photos. There are many more things that you can come and do in this city, in this country, and have a different kind of experience. And thinking about, so where are they getting water in the desert? Good questions. They have put in place technology to help them clean water that they are getting from the ocean, to clean it so well to the point that it becomes good for consumption. Technology. The reason why this fascinates me is because I come from Kenya. If you have never been to Kenya, let me just give you a feel of Kenya. Kenya has one of the best weathers in the world. That means that you can almost grow anything you want to grow in Kenya. You can plant anything, like it can be the richest gold mine in the world. If you want to ask me why have you not done it, please don't ask me. Please ask the other Kenyans. But yeah, so that when we see that and then we see someone else doing and putting effort to actually grow and have their trees growing and have amazing shades, and they're in the desert and we are in a pure fertile land, what can we learn from them? What can they learn from us that can really make a difference in how we do our things back at home? What is this all about, vertical farming? I'm sure there are a number of people who are doing vertical farming all over the world. Come and see how vertical farming looks like in the desert. Come and see how hydroponic farms look like in the desert. Come and see what precision agriculture is. And to, just to see this and to see people, I think that's one of the things I really admire about being in the Emirates, is that they set their hearts on something and they really go for it. And the beauty is that they're not going for it at the expense of people. No, it's like a blessing. It's like an added on blessing to just have food produced in this nation. Because again, in this nation, you have the privilege of having foods from all over the world. It's like a global village, and they have a place by there called Global Village. But so the UAE is like a global village. So you can, if you want to experience all the nation's foods while still seated on one spot, you can go to the supermarket and try foods from wherever: Asia, Africa, Australia, America, Europe. Everything is there. You go, find what you like, go taste, try and tell and see whether it's something that is good for your stomach, or it's something that your tongue is happy to always munch around. So yeah, for the farmers who are thinking, I love seeing green things and I like moving things like animals, what can I see? Consider fishing, consider a farm tour, consider camel races, consider the whole technology. Come and see people in the desert with cows that are producing milk. They have milks at the shelves and we're actually using that milk with the chicken. They're producing the eggs, they're producing the vegetables. Yeah, I guess this one is a special one, especially for the people who love farming. So have a lovely time and God bless you so much.